Welcome back. Last time we learned how to read formations, brigades, divisions, movements, but war isn't fought by rectangles alone at an operational level. It's also fought at the tactical level by weapon systems, the platforms, the individual units on the ground. This is NATO Symbols Part 2 at the tactical level. At the tactical level, NATO symbology gets more specific. Now we're not asking who commands the fight, we're asking who is carrying the rifle, who is driving the tank, who is launching the missile. Let's look at the most basic unit type, the rifleman. Here you see a standard symbol, the tip of the spear as it were. However, this is a basic symbol for when the specifics may not be known. So let's quickly go over some qualitative notes. As we go over the symbols, you will see the same repeating markers, dashed lines across the symbol. Here's an example of them for the rifleman. In most cases, it represents an increasing capability from light, medium to heavy. As a rifleman, you have the light equivalent, which is a bolt action or single fire rifle. Medium is your semi-automatic, and heavy is your fully automatic. As you can see, increasing in capability. Next, we have what every fire team is built around: the squad's automatic weapon and related machine guns. Here we see the light, medium, and heavy. The distinguishing difference from a rifleman is the line at the base. I like to think of it like the ammo belt that is laid across the feeding tray, or the fact that most of these heavier weapons will need to be mounted or used off of like the ground on a bipod or a tripod to be most effective. So it looks like a platform for stability, a nice, easier way to identify between the two. Just like last video, let's take a quick pop quiz to let those first symbols marinate. Can you see what is happening in this operation? Can you see where the firepower is staged for lanes of advancement? So squads and platoons are built with more than just rifles. So let's go over some basic heavy weapons. Here is a standard array of a missile launcher. Your standard symbol, a light, medium, and heavy. Next is the anti-tank gun, with another example of a medium. To me, it looks like as if the symbol itself has a shape charge, the same kind that's used in a high explosive anti-tank ammunition or heat round. Here we have howitzers. To me, I see a long barrel with the support arms and a breaching portal for the rounds to enter. Next is an example of a medium howitzer. Next we have mortars. I see the barrel with the base plate. An example here is the heavy mortar on the right. Here we have on the left an air defense missile, a heavy air defense missile. On the right, we have an anti-tank missile. It's just the tank missile has the anti-tank gun symbol with just a connected rounded tip. To me, the air defense missile looks just like a regular missile to me, but this one is heavy. Alright, pop quiz. That was a lot of stuff to go over. Let's try to apply some of this knowledge in bite-sized portions. Here are some fields of Normandy with the picage, and what I want you to do is tell me where are the howitzers, where are all the mortars, is there an anti-tank gun in the field, and where are the 4 fire teams positioned? Alright, let's bring the heat here. On the left is a grenade launcher, medium. This is the same symbol as the rifleman, but now you can see the circle. I see it as the breech for the grenade to be loaded. This one is a medium capability. Next to it is a flamethrower. It's so unique I don't really have a quick reference for it, but maybe it could look like an old school thermometer to measure the heat. Here's a symbol of a radar sensor, just an example of some sort of like objective kind of symbols. Here we start getting into armor. We have the standard tank with an example of a medium tank on the right. Here are some armored fighting vehicles. Next we have some improvised explosive devices, IEDs, and then booby trap symbols. Here we have essentially two types of circles, open and closed. Closed circles are anti-tank mines, and open circles are essentially any other landmine. And the last examples that I have is going to be an armored personnel carrier, and just another symbol for local law enforcement. So let's see a full raid. Can you keep up with what's going on? What is the target? Why did some vehicles choose specific paths, and why did infantry choose others? Is there any anti-armor involved? As we close out this video, let's review. Tactical symbols tell you what a unit is. Operational symbols tell you where it's going or an overall capability of the many units within. And then strategic planning tells you why, the objective, the goal. And when you can read all three, you're thinking like a commander. Before, the symbols were blurry, but now you should be able to see exactly what is happening. Thanks for watching, Commander. This is Keith's Orders of Battle. Briefed, position, engage.